Alright, I think it's time to get started. This is Risk of Rain. Today we're going to be trying to get the Artifact of Origin. You can see it right here on the very end of this list. In order to get it, you have to have all these other ones on. Now the artifacts, they're kind of like the skulls in Halo. They make all these weird gameplay adjustments. This one on the far left, all enemies spawn as elites, meaning they have special things like they leave a fire trail or they can heal. There's some pretty crazy ones. This makes it so I'm only going to be able to use one attack per minute, but we'll see all the effects. I'm going to be playing as Engineer just because he's my favorite character. Oh, I have a use item right out the gate. That's kind of odd. I'm not sure what it does, but my enemy is the large plasma wisp thing. That's like the worst enemy in the entire game, so I'm gonna die probably instantly since one of the artifacts makes it so I only have 10% health. But fortunately I do 5 times damage, and this guy has an attack, that right there, which can hit basically anyone on the screen, so as long as they don't spawn next to me, I'm probably gonna be safe. Oh, and the other thing is that treasure chests aren't going to spawn, so I'm not gonna have a way... I'm not gonna have a way to get items besides killing enemies. I guess, I don't know why I thought I'd only be allowed to use one skill a minute. It makes it so I can't use one skill a minute. Oh. Yeah. Oh my god. So, one of the other artifacts makes it so that enemies at low health, well actually anyone at low health, including yourself, gains move speed. Oh, and that's another thing. Every time you kill an enemy, they throw grenades. And yes, the grenades can hurt you. This is pretty crazy. Alright, so the strategy for this, I think, we just gotta wait for enemies, I guess, because even though treasure chests don't spawn... Oh, my missiles are locked. That's not good. So even though treasure chests aren't going to be spawning, enemies in this mode gain a chance to just drop items, which is convenient. But fortunately, the items that they do drop, thanks to a different artifact, I'll be able to choose out of each tier of item. There's common, rare, or common, uncommon, and rare, and use items also, unless that artifact that's my use item is the only one I can get. Oh. Okay. Do soldier syringe. Make it so I can shoot my grenades faster. Alright, so I figured out what that box thing does. That's my use item. And it gives a random use item effect, so I won't be able to get the orange rare items. Which I guess is kind of unfortunate. Alright, the the big thing we want at the beginning of the game is a green item. The uncommons, because in that tier, there's an item called Infusion, which makes it that every time you kill an enemy, you gain maximum health, which makes the glass mode, which puts your health at 10%, much easier. And getting it early is good, because the enemies are still easy and early. Oh, and I lost my missiles again. That's not good. Fortunately, this guy's not going to chase me. Ooh. Alright. I'm going to try and avoid just farming this level. I know a lot of people online say if you get these lizard enemies, the Lemurians, in the first level, you can basically just farm good items since they're so easy to kill. And they don't drop a lot of those death grenades. And another thing about the enemies only drop items as they die is that as the timer, as you can see in the top right, there's like a difficulty timer. As that gets higher, your chance to get an item increases. This will give us a chance to land critical strikes, which are very, very useful. And I'm just gonna... While my health is low, those mysterious vials are invaluable. I tried to jump, but didn't quite pan out. So I've never tried to do this challenge before. I actually just found out how to get this Artifact of Origin today. But I thought it was gonna be a bit harder, but we'll see. I'm sure in the next level we'll get something crazy for our locked enemy. Alright, another item. And we're only playing this on the medium difficulty because anything higher would probably be suicide. Oh, I can't use my default attack. That's not good. Oh my god. Crit chance, because we kind of have to panic here. It is spawning a lot of enemies. It usually doesn't do this many. You usually spend a lot of time sitting around waiting for enemies to spawn. At least in the first level. My missile move is incredibly convenient. Alright. Take this. really feel confident saying I'm ready to exit this stage, but I guess I'm in a good enough state to try. Exit each level, you gotta find these little red teleporters, but when you get to them, it starts a little survival segment. Is kind of ridiculous. Alright, so you gotta survive for 90 seconds on this difficulty. On the higher difficulty, it's 120. I'm not sure about the lowest. Try to avoid playing that one because it doesn't save your progress towards achievements and stuff. And once the survival timer is timed out, you still have to defeat every enemy in the level before you can move on. Which, in some cases, you'll have like one guy who's just all the way in the corner, and it's kind of annoying. Alright, but the good thing is that we now have it calm, so we can pick Now those mortar tubes I just picked up are going to make it so every now and then when I shoot that basic attack, I'll also lob a few grenades. And having multiple ones stacked increases my chance. Alright. So our locked enemy this time is a mushroom. And the mushrooms are not particularly lethal, so this will be another easy one. Ooh, what's that? Reduce the cooldown of use items. Alright, that's incredibly useful. Still no green items, which is too bad. Because there's actually a lot of useful stuff in green. I think after that infusion, I think the first thing I'd want to get is the clover. There's a clover that makes it so enemies drop items more often, which is a very good thing to have. Lost my default attack. Ooh, there's a red item up there. What do you even get in this? I guess that. Oh, come on. So there is our first green item. Alright. Now this game becomes a lot easier. Now, every time when we kill an enemy, we get one more to our max health. So see, from 99 to 100. Standard attack is still locked. There's really not much point to exploring the levels without treasure chests. But I guess getting items is sort of important, you know? I love that the missiles just fly around killing everything I'm too lazy to get myself. It's very, very convenient. Alright, let's see if that guy dropped anything. No. I still don't have my standard. Oh, another green, which means, alright, since now it said in the description that elite enemies drop items more often, and thanks to one of our artifacts, every enemy is an elite, and I don't have my missile. Alright, so we're ready to leave. This one's probably going to be very, very easy. Aside from all the missiles, of course. It's not spawning a whole lot. Last level had way more. I lost my standard. Again. This is actually a bit too easy on this stage. Yeah, don't even have to run around picking up the mess. Oh, this is actually going to be a little tough. Claymen. These guys are pretty mobile, and really not people I want to be fighting without my standard attack. I'm not sure I'm going to even make it out of this. I'm just trying to stack as much health regen as possible. Oh, I'm invincible. Alright, so you may have noticed that the yellow elites have the ability to teleport straight to you, which is kind of bad. Alright, two items. Actually kind of intense. I don't know how much health we'd normally have around this point. 200 actually seems about right. Alright, so I can't drop turrets anymore. Nothing up there, obviously. Ooh, green. Oh, that. Well, I guess if nothing else, this random use effect thing will teach me what the use items actually do. Alright, invincible again. Oh, but I lost my only useful move. Alright, now I'm gonna start grabbing these crowbars. I think these are gonna save me in this run. The crowbar makes it so that your first strike on an enemy, or when they're above 80% health I think, does bonus damage, and when you stack multiple ones, it increases pretty well. I actually had a run yesterday where I one-shot the final boss at about 200 of them. 200 crowbars, and I just killed the final boss instantly. Before we start the teleporter, I'm going to grab one of these, which gives me a chance to just straight up dodge and attack. Very useful. Alright, and as soon as it attack back, we will activate the teleporter and move on. Oh, alright. Pretty tricky. Grab two of these. Get an extra 16% health. Actually, that wind up being more than 16, right? Oh, what's that? No idea what that use item just did. Well, if nothing else, turning on all these relics made the survival segments a lot harder. Pick up two of these. More item chance. Alright, so I now have how many? 2 clovers. This is a tough one. I think I'm gonna get the missile launcher. Stack some crowbars, because why not? This is a pretty tricky run. I gotta say, you gotta think about this game a little differently. This is bad. Gonna grab one of those so that if my health ever drops dangerously low, I can try and escape. Let's get some more move speed. Oh my god. I forgot how badly these guys exploded. Okay, I guess he's just not gonna react. So, do those grenades hurt them too? I thought they didn't. I'm going to grab this so I can get a double jump. It's gonna be, I think, my saving grace in the stage. Help. So the most important thing to grab right now, I think, is a first aid kit, which will make it so that if I'm ever damaged, about a second later I will restore some health. My audio is going like crazy now. More mobility. Oh my god. This is utterly ridiculous. I can't even get out of here. Usually the teleporter's down here. Oh, hey, I'm right. Gotta get out of here as fast as possible. Not my brightest move. Also not my brightest move. I am like overloading my sound channels. Fortunately, those little box items with the white outlines, those don't disappear over time, which is good, because ordinarily, if you're not playing in command mode, those items will disappear over time. So I can finish this whole thing without having to worry about grabbing every last item. That's everyone, I guess. I don't even know what to get. More crowbars. Really far out of the way for this one. This is always a good thing to have. Every time you kill an enemy, you get these little ice things around you, and they do quite a bit of damage. And we're already at stage 5, which means after the next teleporter I can choose to end the game. Well, end the game as in go to the final level, or I can keep going for more ridiculousness. So I think that was useless. So I think once you max out the difficulty meter, enemies have a 30% chance to drop items, I think my brother said. the difficulty will max out in about 30 seconds. This surprisingly didn't turn out to be too hard. I think I might have oversold it. But, I mean, command mode kinda, it makes anything in this game a joke. I think if you did this run without it, it would be incredibly hard. Alright, so our random use item effect is ghosts. And the ghosts take every enemy on the screen, make a copy of them, and that copy fights for me for a few seconds. And you may have noticed these yellow X's now appearing on certain enemies. That's because one of the red items I picked up, the hit list, every time I kill that marked enemy, I get a tally mark above my attack list, and that makes it so I do more damage. It's a very useful move to have. Already at 1,000 health. So, hold on. I think I just noticed these Claymen don't drop explosives when they die. That's very odd. Kinda makes this level a joke. So I think we're ready to end this. Ooh, I can't make turrets. That's not good. And then you pick up multiple of the Frost Relic, and instead of creating 3 icicles, you'll make 4. And if I get another one, I think I make 5. Also not sure why I grabbed a Guardian's Heart. Yeah, this ice item kind of makes it easy. Kind of running out of white items to get. I think we'll do a second loop. I mean, if no bosses are gonna spawn, I really don't have a whole lot to risk. Also, it's just amusing to go back to the first level with a bunch of power-ups. Now the barbed wire, I don't think it has really an upper limit on the size it can be, because I had a run where I picked up enough barbed wire to where you couldn't even see that thin little circle on my character anymore. It was crazy, and each one you grab makes it do more damage. So I was doing like 7,000 damage per tick. Kind of hoping to see a few more red items this run, but... Oh, what's that? I have no idea what that does. I think I'm just about ready to end this run. Can't remember where the teleporter is here. go do that, and then last level and finish this up. I'm kind of sad that this wasn't more of a challenge. It's just that the command mode makes this game way too easy. No matter what other extra stuff you toss on top of it. There's a lot of items. Ooh, the red. So, I guess despite all the disappointment in this run, at least I can enjoy the sight of this, like, all-you-can-eat buffet of items. That's pretty amazing. Now to actually, figure out what I'm gonna do with all this. It's always tough deciding on this. We'll just get crowbars for the rest of it, because why not? Alright, and we are off to the final level. Because I think we are more than prepared. stack up as many missile launching moves as I possibly can. Well, I guess if I'm going to be fighting the final boss, it'd be good to have more health. I'm just kind of making a break for the last room. I mean, I got a death shield. How many crowbars was that? Alright, what do we want? Let's go for this. Just gonna wait till I get my main move back, I guess. While I still have mines, I'll lay them out. We're sort of ready to get this going. I don't have turrets, which is going to be kind of a hindrance. Oh wait, never mind. He only has 65,000 health this time. Oh god. worms used to give me the hardest time. Well, I guess that's the power of crowbars, I guess. And there you have it. That's the Artifact of Origin. And that means I've got all of them now. Sort of a depressingly easy challenge. I thought it was going to be much more. But, hey, it is what it is. Probably didn't help that my character had his missile launching move. That also makes things a bit easier. If I had picked a character like Commando or even Huntress, I'm sure it would have been a lot different. So I don't know what to do next. I still got a couple of things in this game I haven't finished, but it's probably not very fun to watch. 0 bosses. Wow, they don't even count Providence as a boss? Imps invade the map every 10 minutes. Alright, so let's make a bigger challenge for ourselves. Turn on Sacrifice, no chests. We'll do Glass, obviously Origin to test it out. And I kinda liked Spite. I'm gonna play as Chef because I really enjoy playing as this guy. Got these neat boomerang moves. He's a bit like Maria in Rondo of Blood, if you ever played that. And that's a great first item to get. So one of Chef's gimmicks is that his 4th move affects his other 3. They changed icons. Like on that, it turned into a blue fire when it's ordinarily orange. Oop, that was strange. An enemy just fell off the map. Also, that oil move, when you use it in conjunction with the fire, does more damage, obviously, because you're setting a person covered in oil on fire. Alright, there doesn't seem to be any ground there, because the crab fell through, I fell through. So, let's try that again. Yeah. Yeah, there's no ground there. That's probably something the developer should know. Also, enemies stopped spawning. Oh, except for this guy. Alright, so this run is unbeatable. So I am just going to die. And we're gonna try that again. And hopefully we don't fall to the earth. So we're already off to a much better start by virtue of not diving through the ground repeatedly. I think this guy is one of my favorite characters. He's got a really neat playstyle. And I like that you can use his oil to get a tiny little speed boost. So I guess the problem with not playing with the Artifact of Kin is that this first level is super, super boring. So we're gonna go somewhere else. Actually fight a boss. Oh, no. Doing so good, too. That's too bad. Let's see, who else is there? Acrid's way too hard of a character for this type of play. I do like Acrid, though. This guy's fun too. I mean, they're all kind of fun, but I haven't played this guy in a while. So Enforcer's whole thing is that his third move, this, is a shield that blocks any incoming damage or anything that comes from the frontwards direction. I think I never really use it much because I'm an idiot. He's also got this shotgun, which has pretty short range, naturally. And his second move is a shield bash, which reflects anyone it hits, really. And his last move is a grenade. It bounces on some surfaces, yeah. He's pretty good at dealing with crowds, especially with that grenade. Not so good at these flying enemies. You gotta kind of lure them out. Yeah, so you can block attacks with a shield, but only if they come from in front of you. And that was almost tragic. But the Soldier's Syringe is a very good item to get on Enforcer. It's really a good item to get on anyone. These guys are gonna kill me. Let's find the teleporter. This guy's very slow, especially without any of the goat hooves. Is teleporter not over here? I guess it's not right next to where I spawned, right? Must be in the bottom. Oh god. If it's all the way on the other end of the map. Oh, nope, it's right there. Thank God, I don't have to travel the world. Oh God. Nope, that's the game. Would have had 2 soldier syringes though, that would have been nice. So I'm gonna find a different game to play, so hold up. Alright, so I think we are ready to start our next game, is Battle Garegga. Kind of a jarring thing to go through after Risk of Rain, but hey, it's a personal favorite. It's a arcade shoot 'em up. As you can see, it's from early 1996. Really great game. I'm not great at it though. Just play a quick game of this and then I'll close the stream. And of course, I gotta play this guy. So this time, well, this is the first time I've ever played it on stream, but I'm gonna limit myself to 3 continues, see how far I can get. Typically in these sorts of arcade games, you try your best to beat it with just 1, and nah. So I'll probably be playing this game fairly often, I'd say, on the stream. I don't know what to say about it right now. One of the important things to keep in mind when you're playing this is to grab the medals as they fall down, because if you can keep your medal chain going, you get a lot of points. Also, this game has the unfortunate habit to get harder the better you play. And if you don't play it exactly right, the game gets too impossible to actually complete, so I've heard. So you have to do all this crazy stuff to prevent the game from becoming impossible. It was kind of a weird idea. And right there, if you use a bomb on that castle, this swarm of flamingos will fly out, and it's worth a ton of points for some odd reason. And if you shoot those tanks while they're on the houses, they'll drop a medal. I think they just drop a normal power-up otherwise. But I lost my medal chain, so I gotta start way from scratch. First medal's worth 100, then it goes up to 100, or up by 100, each one you grab, and eventually it starts going up by thousands, up to 10,000, and I lost my medal chain again. So, this run's already looking pretty bad, I'd say. I'm down to my last life on my first credit. What's going on? I must have put a coin in player 2 slot. That's unfortunate. playing like an amateur today. Really, all respects. I know a lot of the higher level players for this game try to avoid picking up the little tiny blue icons. Because each one of those you pick up adds to that thing I was talking about that makes the game so much harder. But personally, I feel like I need the bombs for this boss because this. And this. Honestly, that boss looks really hard, but he isn't. You just gotta kind of stay in the middle when he shoots that thing, and you'll be set. Oh. Alright. This is my last coin, theoretically. There goes a 10,000 metal chain. That is a depressing thing to lose. Not as depressing as how unfortunately I'm playing this game. Oh my god, I apologize. I guess my head's not really in it today. So in this stage you fight the bosses of the first two levels again, but you fight harder variations of them. You probably won't get to see boss number 2, but believe me, yeah, that's it. So that was 3 credits. I've gotten almost to the end of that stage on just one, but I guess today I'm just not feeling it. So that's gonna be all from me today. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you again sometime soon.